Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl, Kai, the Makeup Educator. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Shout out to all of my brand new subscribers and a big shout out to all of my returning family. Let's get right into this foundation, highlight, and contour routine. First, I'm going to go in with my All Control Moisturizer. This is a moisturizer that I created. If you did not know, I am a licensed esthetician and it is my product. First, you want to moisturize your skin. I love the product that I created, the All Control Moisturizer, because it is water-based and not oil-based. A lot of people don't know, but oil-based products break your makeup down and cause it not to last throughout the day. Our skin already produces oil, so going in with a water-based moisturizer underneath your makeup is going to help it to last all day while still giving it moisturization and hydration. Next, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Gripping Primer. A primer is super important because it gives the makeup something to hold on and stick to. It also smooths out the skin and help your makeup to lay nice and smoothly. And it also, again, help it to last throughout the day, give your makeup longevity. So I'm just going to tap that in. It is pretty sticky, so I'm going to tap it in. I love a sticky primer. It's going to just make that foundation hold on, stick, and perform at its best. All right, next I'm going in with my foundation. I am using the Soft Matte Foundation by NARS. I am in the shade Macao, M-A-C-A-O. I'll definitely leave a list of products used in the description box, and I also try to make sure I leave links so you can click the link and go get it. Next, you're going to see me patting out my foundation. You already know, if you follow me, that we do not swipe, swirl, drag on the skin. Whenever we do our foundation, I don't care who you see doing it, don't you ever do it. The reason why we don't want to drag or swipe is because it will create texture on the skin, and it's going to give you a rough finish and not a smooth finish. I hope that makes sense. It's going to give you a rough finish and not a smooth finish. So we're going to tap, tap, tap. I like to start from the bottom first and work my way up, okay? Tapping is going to give you a very, very smooth finish, as you can see. And take your time, ladies. Don't rush to go all the way up. Take your time to make sure that the foundation is actually being pushed into the skin. You want to make sure that the foundation is not wearing you, but that you are wearing the foundation. You don't want to see you just sitting on top of the skin, okay? So I'm going to go ahead on and work that in. Also, I like to do one side at a time. That's super important just because it helps you with your blending technique. I find that even when I'm doing classes, if you put foundation all over your face on both sides, you're going to be rushing to get the job done. You're going to be from side to side, which is going to compromise your blending technique. But if you just focus on one side, it'll help you get a beautiful, beautiful blend. Also, we never know, some people don't know, but depending on the product, if it's a fast drying product, if you put it all over, it could be drying fast in some areas. And then once you get to blending it out, it'll be stuck, okay? And it'll leave stains and won't blend out. So that's a quick little tip there. Make sure you do one side of your face at a time so that you could actually blend the foundation in to perfection, okay? Make sure to get under the jawline so nobody cannot clock you. You already know, if you're part of my community, baby, we are an unclockable community, baby. Nobody not going to be clocking us, okay? Nobody can clock us. When I say unclockable, that means nobody should be able to tell where my foundation stop and end. Nobody should be able to tell, okay, that I got contour sitting on top of my face, all right? Again, I use the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. I did show you guys the bottle, and I am in the shade Macao, okay? I love this foundation. As you can see, it is a beautiful, beautiful finish, okay? If you guys have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below so that I can answer them. Also, make sure you follow me on TikTok. My TikTok is the same as my YouTube name. I am Kai Smith. I go live maybe about 3 to 4 times a week on TikTok, and that's what this actually is. I went live actually. That's why you see me talking in the video, because I'm actually live. I do my makeup on live, and while I'm live, I drop a whole lot of gems. So you don't want to miss it. Okay, become a part of our TikTok community as well. For this portion of the video, I am going into highlighting, okay? Highlighting is super important because it brings dimension back into your face. Some people just like to wear foundation, and if that's how you like it, you could definitely stop right at foundation. But highlighting and contouring, it takes the makeup up a whole nother notch. Right now, I'm using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I am using the shade Butterscotch, okay? Now, it's important that when you highlight that you keep the edges high. As you can see, I have it going from the edge of my eye up toward the tail of my brow bone, of my eyebrow. Okay, that's super important. I'm also going to put it in the T-zone right above my brow and also down the middle of my nose. I'm going to take this Velvet Powder Puff and we are going to blend it out. My powder puff is not wet at all. It's actually dry. And we're going to let that just do the work. It's going to help us to blend the product out beautifully. Okay? So I'm starting in the center. As you can see, it's starting to add light to my face. And that is super important. If I was to pull my shirt down, the center of my chest is actually lighter than my face. So it makes perfect sense. Now let's go and blend out the under eye. What's super important here is that you want to make sure that you keep the position of the concealer. That means you do not want to blend it out wide, okay? So that outer line, you want to make sure that you do not pass up that outer line or blend it out too wide. Why? Because when you blend out your highlight wide, it make your face wide. But if I blend it up high and keep it tight, it's going to snatch my face and cause it to appear slimmer. And I don't know about you, but I want to be slim, baby. Listen, snatch me for the gods. Pull my face back, make me look skinty, honey, okay? Skinty, all right? That's how I'm gonna look. So make sure that you are going on an incline. Like I said, the goal should be up towards the edge of that eyebrow. All right, so we're looking good. This is the products I use. I use the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Butterscotch, and I also use my Instant Blur concealer from my brand in the shade Suede. Now, typically, I don't use this product, but I have lots of products sitting around in my vanity, and so I wanted to use this product. This is the Juvias Place bronzer in the shade Amber. It is a cream contour, as you can see, and I'm just taking that and I'm placing it on my face. The reason why I don't care for this product is because it has gold flecks in it. And I don't like that just simply because if I'm putting my contour where you see me placing it now, it's going to look shiny way down there. But just for the sake of using it, I did use it that night. It's a beautiful formula. I just hate that it got the gold shiny flakes in it. I'm also going to take my concealer, the Instant Blur concealer from my brand, and I'm going to use the shade Espresso. I'm going to go right underneath that just to, and it's more matte. My concealer is more matte, and that's going to kind of take that shine down, okay? How I'm going to blend this out, I'm going to take my Duo brush set, okay? These are on sale right now, guys, so I'm going to leave a link in the description box. Make sure you go pick up my Duo brush set, okay? Super, super important. I use it every single day on myself and clients. Okay, so as you can see, I take my contour and I only put it on the cheek area and I spread it around where it has to go further, okay? A lot of people use so much product on their face and they don't realize that they could just spread the product where it has to go. This is going to help with your makeup lasting long as well, because if you have a whole lot of liquids and creams on your face throughout the day, your face going to get shiny and makeup going to start breaking down. And we want our makeup to last. And also, you just don't want a whole lot of product on your face, okay? We don't want to overuse product. As you can see, the contour went from my cheek and it went around on my forehead. And guess what? It did the job. It got the job done. So spread your products where they have to go rather than putting them everywhere. No more overusing products. It's just too much, okay? Less is definitely more. And so let's talk about the way I'm blending out my contour. I am blending it upwards toward my highlight. So I'm going up the cheek. Okay, that means I'm going toward the lighter concealer. Once I place it, I never want to go underneath it. Why? Because it's going to bring my face down. I do not want my face to be brought down, baby. We want to be high and lifted up. If you are part of my TikTok community, you already know how we rocking, baby. Keep me high and lifted up. That means I want my cheeks to sit up. This is also going to slim out the face. All right, right here, I'm taking whatever cream contour is left on my brush and I'm contouring my nose. Again, you did not see me take the product and put it on my nose. Whatever left, the product is the brush is full of product. So I'm using the excess product and I'm contouring my nose with it. As you can see, it is highly effective. And what I also love about that technique is it's not too harsh. I hate to see two black lines on people's nose. I'm also going in with this e.l.f. cream blush. I forgot the name of the shade name, but I will definitely leave it in the description box for you guys if you want to check it out. Typically, I like to use powders, but like I say, I have lots of products sitting in my vanity, and this particular day, I really wanted to use it. So we're going to go ahead and blend that out. I'm putting that right in between the highlight and the contour, and it's going to blend out really, really beautifully. It actually complemented my skin tone good. It went beautifully with the look, okay? We're going to blend that out, and as a result, you're going to see the highlight is starting to close in. So I'm starting to slim my face even more as I blend it out towards the highlight, okay? Super, super important. Now I'm going in with my foundation brush, and I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to start blending out right in between the highlight, which is the light concealer, and the blush. And you're going to see all of this come together very nicely. Remember, we want to be unclockable. I don't want nobody to clock me, sweetie. I want everything to look nice before I set it with powder. Remember, powder is going to lock all of this in. So if it's not blending well, it's going to lock in unblended, okay? So blend it out beautifully first. After you blend it out, then you'll be able to go in and set it with your loose powder, all right? So I'm just taking my foundation brush. My foundation brush still has product inside of it, which is going to help to blend out this very nicely. Now I'm going in the inside of the highlight, and I'm going to go blend that out. I like to do that last because I want the inside to be high coverage. As you can see the difference between one side and the other side. Now what I always tell my people is do not go in here beating under the eye. A lot of people go in here and they go ham. Be very gentle, because what that does is it causes the eyes to puff up and it causes creasing. We don't want that. Now I'm going in with my powder puff. I use the same powder puff I used earlier. I just flipped it on the dry side. I dipped it into my Laura Mercier Sweet Honey, or my Honey Translucent powder. I'm putting it on the back of my hand, and I am swirling it out because I don't want to overload the powder. And then I'm going to go set. This is going to give us a more cleaner set. And actually right here, it was more powder than I actually would like to use. But eventually it's gonna go away, no problem. Just keep on working. But you wanna make sure that your powder is rubbed on the back of your hand first. So you can get a more smoother set. As you can see, this side right here looks way more cleaner. All right, it's gonna give you the same results, but it's just gonna make for a more cleaner makeup look. I often say, if you do your makeup neat, it come out neat. If you do it sloppy, throwing powder everywhere, all patchy, it's gonna look that way. Okay. So I'm setting all of the areas where the highlight was. That's the light concealer. Only those areas I'm setting with the light powder. So light concealer, go set with light powder. Okay? Let me know in the comments if this is valuable. Now I'm taking a foundation powder. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder, and this is in the shade dark. Okay? I always say, if my skin brown, my powder brown, baby. So I'm setting the foundation area. So the powder that I'm using is a pressed powder, and it's the same color as my skin. Okay, so I'm setting that area with a brown powder. That's super important because it's going to help my makeup look nice and matched the same color when I turn to the side. A lot of people use a translucent powder at the lower part of their face. They're putting light powder on top of brown foundation. And that is tragically wrong. And it's going to give you a cast and make you look ashy at the bottom and make it look like your foundation don't match. All right, now I'm going in with the Juvias Place Bronzer Duos, and I am going to go in with my other brush from the duo set, and I'm gonna start bronzing up the face. This one is in the shade dark. I'm gonna take that top color, and I'm gonna go ahead and start setting the contour area. Okay, as you can see, it's still kind of shiny. That's because it's still damp. Also, I did use that cream bronzer, and it has those gold flakes in it. But once you start putting powder in on top of it, it's definitely going to start looking better. As you can see, I'm starting to warm the face up. This is one of my favorite parts of makeup as well. And we're going to go everywhere we went with the cream contour. So actually, all we're doing is we just setting what's wet. So that's a rule of mine. Whatever is wet, we must set. All right, I can't walk around with the cream on my face. It's going to melt throughout the day. The blood running through my veins is going to create heat in my body, and it's going to help it to melt. Plus, the elements outside is going to help it to melt. So you want to lock in anything wet or cream or liquid with powder. That's law. Now, if you don't want to go through all of these steps, you definitely could just use powder. I do that very often. Matter of fact, that's a part of my makeup routine. I'll definitely do an updated makeup routine. But powder, I love so much. Also, I have a $40 Natural Glam makeup course. It teaches you how to apply foundation, how to match foundation. It teaches you about undertones. It's a full face class for $40. You definitely should get it. I'll leave it in the description box. I just contoured my nose with whatever was left on the contour brush. Now I'm going in with this blush duo. It's also by Juvia's Place. I'm going in with the top color that's orange. I felt like orange would definitely complement this particular eye look very nicely, and it actually really did. Now the blush is going to go on top of the contour, not directly on top of it, but above where it is, okay? But I want to make sure that I blend them together so it don't look like it doesn't look like I have two stripes on my face, but everything is blended in ombre when I turn to the side. Not like, I don't want it to look like I'm an amateur and that I have two stripes on the side of my face. As you can see, everything is blended in nicely when I turn to the side. That's what you want. So the blush is going to go higher up the cheek, and I like to actually hug the edge of my eye with it and pull it all the way back. All of that is going to snatch the face, okay? And you add as much blush as you want. Blush is one of the things that kind of go away fast, so I do put enough on so that it can show. Right here, I'm just taking my foundation brush that had the brown powder on it, okay? And I'm just going right underneath the contour to kind of just snatch my cheek a little bit more to give it a more chiseled look, okay? This is very optional. You could keep it soft. It's still kind of soft. It's still soft in my opinion. It just kind of carve it out just a little bit more so that my cheek can sit up. All right, now going back to the eyes, I am going in with the Essence Stay and Play gel liner. This is in the color Black Raven. So I'm going to smoke out the bottom of my eye. After that, I'm going to go in and I'm going to start adding some color at the bottom. Let me know in the comments if you checked out my tutorial for this eyeshadow look. It is here on YouTube. Definitely check it out if you didn't. So I'm taking my E01 brush, I believe, or E07 brush. It's from my Details brush set. It's available on my website and in my store, of course, if you're local. And I'm going to go ahead on and add some green at the bottom. I love little brushes like that. That's why I call the brush the Details set, because they help you to get in tight spaces and get the details done in makeup, okay? And look how that turned that eye all the way up, adding some green. So beautiful. I also took a lighter green and I put it in the inner corner and I ombred it into the darker green at the bottom, and that just turned the look all the way up. Here I am putting on some lashes. This is the Curly Sue lash in the number 21. This is actually Beauty Supply Store lashes, and they are gorgeous. Now I am taking a dark brown lip liner. If you have an eyebrow pencil, you can use the eyebrow pencil for that. Next, I'm going to go in with my all-time favorite Hot Cocoa liner. This is a bestseller on my website. And I like to overline my lips to make sure that I create an ombre lip, okay? I'm taking my Bare It All lip gloss, okay, from my brand, and I'm putting that all over the lips. Just some lip gloss. I wanted my lip to look pretty wet, And look how pretty that is. I wanted something pretty natural because my eyes are doing the most right now. And I wanted a natural look. I did take my setting spray from my brand and I set the face with the spray to lock the makeup in. And this is how the whole look came out once I took my hair down, curled it, changed my clothes. Thank you.